Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 11. I'm Jessica Kiesling. After nearly 50 years, a cold case has been solved in Columbus County. WWAY's Connor Doherty has been following this story all day and joins us live in the studio. Connor, what case was solved and what has been the reaction from residents?
Jessica, surprise from neighbors has been the main reaction after detectives solved the case of an infant girl found dead in the late 1970s. A house in Whiteville sits barely illuminated. Friends seen talking on the front porch earlier in the day, following the news that one of the homeowners, 69-year-old Cathy McKee, had just been arrested. News that quickly became known to her neighbors, like Sue Tyson.
I couldn't hardly believe it. That's terrible.
Back in 1979, the world saw several major events, including the Iran hostage crisis, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan, and the 3 Mile Island nuclear accident. And in Columbus County, the body of a newborn girl was found at the county landfill, a crime that laid cold for 47 years, until Tuesday, when investigators arrested McKee, charging her with felony concealing the birth of a child.
I only know her just from living on the same road that she lives on, but I've always thought of her as a real nice person.
On Wednesday night, I went to try and see if that was the case by knocking on the McKee's door. This is what happened. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Columbus County Sheriff Bill Rogers says detectives reopened the case around 2 years ago, and that advances in DNA technology helped identify McKee as the infant's mother. The State Bureau of Investigation also assisted, and when I reached out for comment, a spokesperson for the SBI said the Columbus County Sheriff's Office deserves the recognition for their hard work. Rogers thanked the work of his detectives and the ones who worked the case nearly 50 years ago for everything they did in closing the case.
We brought closure to the baby. I mean, so now we know where the baby come from, so it just brings closure, and what makes me feel good in my heart is not the sheriff, because I have other things to do, but my detectives before me in 1979, detectives up through the years, and my detectives now has worked really hard to solve this case.
Rogers says they are in contact with the district attorney's office regarding any additional charges. McKee was given a $20,000 secured bond. Now Rogers says he hopes the success from solving this case could give him and his office the opportunity to put more resources into solving other cold cases. He added that this case is unique, as any additional charges will be based on what the law was back in 1979. Jessica?
Thank you, Connor.